Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since our last video, I believe February, the Hudson Hornet. And I've run into a creative wall, so to speak, with the 64 scale car. So on the channel, I'm going to change it up. I know I've talked about it before, but we're going to change it up. My style of building has always been towards stock, like a factory or a resto mod kind of feel. The way I build cars, the way I build real cars, I was been in the restoration business all my life, in and out of it. Or I've always had two jobs. It's always revolved around restoration and that anyway. Uh, but that's how I see and do the 64 scale cars. Also, is towards a resto mod or a stock style, which leaves your um, directions you can go with a car limited in 64 scale. Um, you drill it, strip the body, do the body work, paint it, pick out some detail, wheel and tire. Beyond that, the guys that do the full customs and the apocalyptic builds, those things are, imaginative, and there's more to do, more to look at, better videos. And so this Porsche here, I did this right after the or not DeSoto, Hudson. And again, although it's fun, and this would be fun for people to do that don't want to strip one down and get into the metal work, when these newer cars have the good tampos on them, the lights, the light tampos and the stripes and that. This had a really cool Porsche rocker stripe, which is why I kept the paint. Something cool that people can do. It doesn't make for good videos though. I did a video on this car right after the Hudson, and it put me to sleep. It put me to sleep. It's a cool car. It's got some cool detail to it. Got rid of that red base. Got our oil pan, the exhaust. Of course, drill out the exhaust with your pin vise. Our lighting detail in the back. Up front, those turn signals, they were lost, and the detail was lost in that white enamel, so I just did a teardrop in amber. But neat car, cool. It has fun. It keeps my mind busy doing this kind of work. But it doesn't make for a really good video. There's not a lot. I mean, it could be a good video, but when you see the same one over and over, it's repetitive. It's not. It's nothing that you really want to watch anymore. Certainly nothing that I want to watch, and certainly nothing that I want to put out as content. So to change it up, we're gonna add model cars to it. 25th scale plastic. The Impala here. This follows like my building, my style is in restoration, and I know that what this big block should look like. I know certain paint markings are, stampings, what things are painted from the factory, how they look. So that, and it's a lot of detail. There's more detail in a 25th scale model than in the 64 scale. So it should not get repetitive, especially since in that detail, Chevy versus Ford versus Chrysler, there's all different details and different things from the factory, and different markings and stuff to do, different paint and different, um, you know, it should be it should be better content. What I'm getting at. The 67 Impala here is it's not even halfway done, but we got a good start on it. The chassis is done, in chassis black. The rear end, the front suspension, engine, transmission, drive shaft, that's all in. Rayon on the front needs painted yet. It's just set on there. Um, you know, It's in mock-up stage. It's the cups, the wheel backings there, and the tires to get ride height, and to check the chassis to make sure it's straight, so that the car doesn't rock, corner to corner, being twisted or something, because that blows getting it all painted and everything looks good. Set it on a table and the thing doesn't set straight. Makes you want to pull your hair out. I got a Hemi Roadrunner over here. 68 Roadrunner is one of my favorite Mopars. And I bought this one on eBay. Now, I would have been just as happy with a 383 car, but it comes as a Hemi. And being who I am and that I know about the cars and what they should be like, the chassis back there in primer was lacking a bunch of detail that a Hemi car should have. So that's a video in its own, what we did there, torque boxes and such. The Hemi is there. So we're going to have things like that. These cars are up on deck right now, so we'll probably be doing those. We got our Nova up here for a little cleaning. That one I did about 6 years ago, I want to say. And it followed up. I built it after a real car, so there's some resin parts in this one. The Dominator carb, the nitro solenoids, stuff like that. We've got NASCAR SB2 18-degree cylinder head and valve cover, a bow tie, competition bow tie intake that's blacked out. They offer much more detail, and I feel better content than just going with. Now we'll still do some 64 scale, but just not over and over and over and over the same thing. And we've got that one. I picked that up. I did one of those before, but I would like to do another. So there's our Hudson. Old 65 Chevelle is I guess you'd call a junkyard build, a junk box build. 3 or 4 different Chevelles to make that one. There was all extra parts. Resin hood on that one. We've got it all tidied up and fitting good. So from this point forward, we're going to mix it up and just a lot of cool content to at least won't be repetitive. So hey guys, thanks for stopping in and checking out the channel. I appreciate it more than you know. If you dig the video, give it a thumbs up. Tell me what you think down below, and we'll talk to you next time.